Check one, check two, check one, check two. Are we up? Are we live? What's going on? Check one, check two, check one. Check one, check two, check one. Check one, check one, check one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's going on with my mics? Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check one, check two. Uh-oh. What, these mics don't work? What's going on? Check one, check two. Oh, snap. I just posted up. The sound is clear. And the sound is not clear. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I can't be a liar. Oh my God. Let me see if I can get another mic on here. I know it sounds good possibly without the mic, but you know, we want to do what we can. We want to do what we can to make sure that I'm able to give y'all the best quality. Check one, check two, check one, check two. Okay, so the double mic don't work on this type of relay. That's cool. That's cool. All right, family. So we are up. We are live. The black signal has went out. We have. All right. So let me go and get it together. Oh snap! Great news to you as well, Brother Kwame. We had a pretty productive meeting last night. There's a few things that I need to do to make sure that everything is paid, and we can move and build. Malcolm X Festival is fastly approaching, family. I'm so excited. I'm so glad to see. I can't wait to see y'all out there. I want to send out shots because I got to go in and post this up for the family because I want to make sure that my family know I appreciate them. We was going through the donations last night, and I was noticing some people hadn't been mentioned on the thank yous, and I want to send thank yous out to Veronica Benu. I also want to send thank yous out to my sister, no, not my sister, to my auntie Loretta Burrows for supporting Giammi Journey and supporting the event, family. I mean, it's like, you know, the donations are coming pouring in, and what's crazy is that a lot of the people that are donating towards this day may not even be able to come out on that day. And that's love, right? That's love. That's like, boom, you know, that's showing that we have some value, and that's all that I want to do with Giammi Journey. I want to make sure that we are providing value into people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Bringing value. You know, we're doing something that's of value, and I just love it. I love it. I love it. So let me first do this.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, and drink. Now grab your glass with some water. Lift your pitcher of that water or your bottle. Take that bottle or that container. Lift it for your water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live for then drink. Oh. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Oh, move your body, drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, then drink. Now grab your glass and toast your ancestors. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just lift your glass or raise. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Breathe, live, move, toast. But hey, take your breath, listen to the thunder. Lift and pour. Move your body. Oh. Raise your glass and toast. Now drink it up. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water, drink your water, drink your water. Drink, drink, drink your water. Family, yo, man, it is a great Nia. I am looking forward to the future. Listen, well, actually, I'm going to do all I can in it now, but I'm looking forward to the future, and this is why. Because my little people finally came. I'm able to set up my phone in the way that I want, and hopefully the picture is clear for y'all so that y'all can see what I'm experiencing. The camera that I have specifically for shooting the Daily Toast and the other shows when I go back online is just magnificent. The what I'm using for Spreaker is a lot better, and I'm more confident about the sounds that are coming through and the new projects that I'm going to be able to work on with the young people. I have to go on and get a crew of young people that's going to be able to start learning how to use some of this equipment so that we can start investing in more of it, so that we can come up with some clever stuff for the newsletter and just for our timeline. I'm telling you, we about to take media in a whole nother direction. We about to use this weapon. We're gonna weaponize our media. We're gonna fill your life with value and entertainment and learning, right? Because I'm working on the pictures. I'm still experimenting. The software is kind of crashed right now because it's a new product and a lot of people are coming online very quickly. So it's a whole lot of I don't think they were expecting the rollout that it got. But also, if you're listening on Facebook, if you could, Facebook or YouTube, if you could, please let me know how it sounds. Because I'm experimenting with my Blue, because I'm thinking my Blue was acting up because my tablet was secretly acting up. So I have my phone hooked up to my Blue, and I have my Spreaker linked in with a mini mic. So we're micing up around here. We're not playing around these parts. We're doing it for real up in here, right? So let me know. I know there's some people out there. So now, first things first. We didn't do the show last night. So we just got a proverb that we need to discuss on the Toast and Talk. We'll take some time to toast and talk this week. Of course, the subject is going to be around the Malcolm X Festival, some of the stuff that we got going on. Family, those of you that may have some talents that you want to share with the community, you need to reach out. You need to get in touch, right? And those of you that have people that have skills that they want to share, they need to let us know. Brother Kwame gave me the thumbs up on the sound. All right, that's all I needed, bro. That's all I needed. So everything looks like we're pumping full on all cylinders right now. Let's see. We are live on, we're live on Facebook. We're live on Periscope. We're live on YouTube. At least my YouTube is still trying to get on to Giambi Journey's YouTube. But we're live on our Giambi page on Facebook. And, the picture look pretty good. It's delayed just a little bit. But, man, family, we're moving into the 22nd century with what we're doing here. Got everything portable. Now what I need a computer dude that can get in here and get my computer together. Rather than getting two computers now, either I'm going to get me a Chromebook. I'm thinking whether I should get me a Chromebook or get me another computer. I don't know. Because with the computer, I could run a digital mic through it. With the Chromebook, I can't run a digital mic through it. I have to go the analog mic, and I don't know about that because I want to get phone calls. I want to get everything more centralized because the setup that I have, I want it to be affordable so that anybody that's broadcasting on Giambi Journey can also do it. Or if you broadcasting on something else, you could do it. You could have the setup at home, be able to take the calls because we have our line. We got our line, we got our Pivo, we got our mics, and I want to be able to make ooh, man, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? The ancestors out here talking to us. I'm loving it, right? So I'm going to steal some more of my wife's ambrosia. All right. Because I'm bringing some out today. I'm bottling it up. I've had this one sitting for a long time. And I'm going to do some, I'm going to make some tea this weekend. So that means we will be brewing again. So by the time we get to it's too late. It's too late. Jimmy's PC Repair Company near Livingston and Courtright. Jimmy's PC Repair Company, Livingston and Courtright. I know where that's at. So you saying I could snatch up my computer today and take it down there and Jimmy will have me straight? All right, cool. think I will make it a go. It sounds like he might be selling some used computers too, huh? All right, but anyway, so family, first off, on this beautiful stormy Nia, right? It's Nia, man, it's Nia, right? Y'all hear it? Hear the ancestors rapping with us, rapitating with us. I'm loving it. All right, so I'm gonna take my computer today. Take my computer with me and see what Kwame's suggestion will do. Jimmy's PC Repair Company near Livingston and Courtright. I can dig it. All right, so we lifting up our glass. Gotta hold it up a little bit higher now because, well, actually, I don't really have to do that. I ain't gonna angle it down. I could angle it down, but we raise up our glass in salute to the creator by whatever name you choose to call it creator. We lift up our glass, family, and we say, Ashe. From there, we move to our ancestors, a list of ancestors. And I'm so proud to read every morning. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia and William Walter, Christopher Penny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman L, Nomo X, Sepet Mai Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Grindelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Del Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sel Weller, Vita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keishla Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selwyn Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Harriet Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lovenia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Marsopedia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W.S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hallie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatem Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Allen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dillimon Aries, Gina Rube Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Polani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFridas Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Hadley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Prentup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, Uncle Buki, Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Triche, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shavaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatson Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alice Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Wellington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Maria Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekhar Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mizreen Cooper, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Hold on. We not done yet. We got to pull out the black book. With the black book, we got Joella Giles, James Carswell, Black Book. Liberta Adams, Aunt Sis. Elder Shaka McNair. Anthony Brown. Jonathan Ford. Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shank Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks. Joseph Bingham Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundum, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy Ryan Rizzick, Joy, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacy Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Sen, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Albert Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley and Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth, and Elaine Johnson, and Teresa Sambo. Hold on. We raise up our glass and we salute all of our ancestors. Man, in high definition, I say, all right, from their family, what we do? All right, we move to the present moment, and as all of you know, we are on Nia. We said great Nia to you several times this morning. Nia is the principle of the day. We are hunting down Nia, right? We are hunting down Nia. We're going to track it down. We're going to find it. We're going to photograph it in the wild, right? You got to catch and release. You can't hold Nia all to yourself. Just like all other principles, you got to catch it in this natural environment, moving around, doing what it does. You got to be like the crocodile catcher. You got to run out, jump on Nia, wrestle it down, take a picture of it, and release it back out into the wild. We got to take time to start looking for what we want, family, right? The world is trying to give us everything but what we want. We need to start learning to look into it and find what it is that we want and be able to focus on it, right? Focus on it. Regardless of all the other stuff going around, be able to see our principles in action in our communities, in our families, in our tribes, in our organizations. We have to be able to see it and recognize it so that we don't get super frustrated. We know that some of the stuff we're talking about is alive out there in the world. It's just a matter of seeing it. We have been taught to see everything. Well, we have a need to see all the shit that's going wrong, because it's the shit that's going wrong that usually will kill your ass. So, I mean, it's a natural. We can't blame the enemy for that one, right? I'm just saying, it's just our natural instinct to find and shit that don't fit, that's out of place. It'd be like, I was walking outside the other day and the squirrel was climbing up, and he stopped and he looked at me. And I looked at him, and he looked at me. And I gave him the what up. And he just looked at me. And after he determined that I wasn't a threat, he went on about his business. And that's how we exist as human beings, whether we know it or not. We're constantly looking in our environment for threats, right? We're constantly looking in our environments for threats, but we also have to be able to turn it on so that we can find nourishment. Not only nourishment for our physical bodies, but nourishment for our mental and our spiritual bodies too. We have to be able to turn it on so that we can find what we want. Being able to still defend ourselves, but being able to seek out those things that brings us health, that brings us a good feeling every now and then. So what I'm saying is turn on your reticular formation, family. The hunt is on for Nia, right? The hunt is on for Nia. I'm looking for hashtag Nia found. Hashtag, whether you describe it in your words, whether you describe it with pictures, whether you describe it with videos, whether you have an audio commentary on it. I want more posts focused on the principle of the day, so that when people going through the newspaper, I could take the dates off and they be able to be like, oh, this was a Nia, oh, this was a Coogee Chocolate, oh, you know what I'm saying? Okay, boom, boom, they know it, right? Speaking of the newsletter, I want to thank everybody that took time to check out the newsletter, right? Go on, keep up with us, let us know how we doing, because we growing, like I said, as a media company. So once again, we raise up our glass for not the now. For those that don't speak the language, Nia is the principle of the day, and Nia means purpose. The mnemonic principle of the day is balance. The color is yellow, as you can brightly see on my chest. Rhythm is the hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kofi. Shouts out to all those Kofis out there. Female name is Afua. Shouts out to all the Afuas out there. All right, so we raise our glass, celebrating this moment, keeping our pact with our past to never forget and to constantly learn, and keeping our pact with our future generations by preparing the way for them. So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe, and from there we move to our future generations. We lift up our glass, we toast our children, our children's children, and our children's children's children on to infinity. So we salute our children in advance, because we know they're going to do great things, especially if we spread the field and lay out the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Lay it where they can start formulating their foundation. And sometimes what that requires also to family, and this is a very uncomfortable fact, sometimes it requires for us to move the hell out the way. Right? We do all this work, we set our children up, and we fuck it up sometimes because we might stay in the way or operate outside of our job position. What do you mean, Brother Hatim? As an elder, right, as a nation builder, and even as a warrior, when you bring somebody into the warriorship, when you bring somebody into the nation builder piece, when you bring somebody into the eldership piece, part of the job is learning how to remove yourself and get the fuck out the way, right? Becoming an advisor, right? Because if you don't, we all familiar with the story of the butterfly that is cut out the cocoon. If he is not allowed to struggle out the cocoon, you know what I'm saying? We hear stories like this where there's certain struggles that are required, certain failures, certain rough times that are required to bring the best out. You know what I'm saying? To allow the wings to develop, right? So as we toast the future, we want to keep in mind and keep our pact. Yes, we want to lay the foundation, and yes, hopefully we'll be around to see some of the fruit. But realizing that sometimes we might be standing in the very place where the fruit may need to sprout, and understanding that we need to step back and be able to whisper that advice. And not be mad when advice is not taken. And not be mad when mistakes are made. Because mistakes are going to be made. I know I fucked up and I'm still fucking up. Right? But I got elders and brothers around me that's like, yo, man, either I could listen or I could be like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So we lift up our glass to our future generations and we say Ashe. From there we move to all of our relations, right? We lift up and we toast all of our relations out there. Shouts out to y'all. Yep, there's a lot of y'all. And I won't get into it because last time, people start putting gummy bears and all that shit up. You going to toast all the relations. You got to toast the gummy bears. What about the spiders? Okay, cool. So we just going to say all relations. We're just going to, all right. Hopefully that satisfied everybody. Now what we going to do, family? You ready? We're going to lift up our glass. Here we go. You ready? You sure? Okay. We're going to move on. We're going to toast you. No, this ain't you yet. This is you, but it's not the you that I usually do at the end. This is the personal, selfish toast. What is it that you need in this moment in order to move towards your greatness? Become the greater you. Lift up your glass, right? What is it? Say it. Ancestors are here. We call them in, right? Digitally, right? Wherever you watching this at, whenever you watching it digitally, they here, right? We lift up a glass. We say, Ashe. From their family, I toast the most magnificent, most beautiful, most marvelous, most spectacular, unbelievably creative, the person that is moving on purpose and in purpose. And you know who that is? It just happens to be you this morning. Don't be shy, right? Hug yourself. Pat yourself on the back. It's you. We toasting you, right? So we toast you and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I got to get up. I got to get some clothes ironed. The babies is going to the zoo today. It's a full moon. And those that don't be believing in that type of shit, people be coming into schools. They don't be believing that shit until they see it for themselves. It is a full moon. It's about to go down. Yesterday we was moving into. It's about to go down. So all those that's working in education right now, and you won't be we're approaching the final days of the school year, and it just so happened that the full moon is out. My daughter got out the car last night, Daddy, I see the full moon. Oh shit, that's right. Damn. Okay, get my mind ready. Drink my ambrosia before I go to work. All right, family. Y'all have a great and marvelous day, and I am out.